All right, welcome back everyone. I haven't really done any Cub Cadet videos here in a while. I've been just really busy. I haven't made any videos actually at all compared to last year, but I'm working on a little project here. I'm trying to organize and start getting rid of some stuff. It's a mess back here, and I want to just get, like I said, more organized and get rid of stuff I don't need. So I'm starting to dig some of these older Cub Cadets out and getting rid of the ones I don't really need anymore. I got 3 482s. This one here, this one with the engine out of it, and then the red one. The other yellow and white one to the left of me over here does not have the original engine, and this red 482 does not have the original engine also. So this was an engine someone put in this, and you'll be able to tell because the carburetor is on the wrong side. The 482 took an engine. I've done a video on 482s before, but this is the correct style engine. The carburetor is on the right hand side on these Briggs, and the only tractors that use these were the Cub Cadet 1100 and the 482. So finding an original 11 horse Briggs this style is not easy. I did have an 1100. I ended up selling that tractor, and I purchased that tractor primarily for the engine, but then I decided to harvest the engine out of this one because a collector wanted the 1100, and since it had the original engine in it, I really hate to part out complete tractors, especially international harvester ones. So I decided to swap engines out of the MTD with the red Cub. So I know it looks a little funny. I'm using a cherry picker to lift an engine out of a garden tractor, but it's just easier using that than trying to drop that thing on my foot or hurt my back. So I came back here last night. We've had some really good weather here in October so far, and I probably had this engine out of here in less than an hour. These are very easy to work on, and I'm hoping to have the engine out of that one tonight and these swapped, and I'll continue making videos as I go. I did want to point out that the 82 series, like the 482 is the only one to have rubber isolated mounts like a Quiet Line, like you can see there. This was the only 82 series to have that. Looking at this 482 here, it's an IH built. It's not the greatest shape. I know some of you are looking at it, and I need to get some front tires on it, but the 482s, especially the red ones, are not easy to find, and they're not easy to find with a perfect complete dash. This is the only 82 series that had no cutouts. This was a bare bones tractor. You can get a better look at that dash there. And to find one of these with no cracks, this dash is probably worth more than what the whole complete tractor would be worth. So now they did have dashes on the other one, like I'll show you over here. I was pretty disappointed because someone did drill a hole and put a red light in this one. Other than that, this dash is complete, but you will see it doesn't say International over the Cub Cadet. It just says Cub Cadet. So only the International tractors. Once MTD took over, they took the International off of there. So like I said, that was the main reason why when I found this tractor, I had purchased it even without the original engine. So I'm going to get this thing going, and hopefully here by spring, I might be able to take this one to a show, but I'm going to go ahead and get these engines swapped out here. And then like I said, I'll continue on with this video and show you guys it running and when it's done. All right, so last night I got the engine out of the red 482. Pretty simple, had no problems doing that, and I didn't even have to take the front nose piece off. Using the engine hoist here, it makes it easy. I could maneuver it right out of there. So these are both 11 horse Briggs & Stratton engines. But like I was telling you guys, as you can see here, the engine, that's a non-Cub Cadet engine for a 482. The carburetor's on the left, where on the International 1142, it is on the right. So I did want the original engine. That's why I'm doing this. Really all I have to do is I do need to get this piece off because this engine here is missing that, and that was a common problem. You know, exhaust parts are what wears out the quickest. While I had the engine out of here, I've just been doing a little bit of degreasing, and I was just checking these rubber isolation mounts here, checking everything out. They look good. They're not worn or dry rotted, and that's the important thing. If them wear out and then they start to run uneven. You know, these bushings wear out. That's what causes driveline issues, especially in the quiet line. So everything checks out good there. So I got the engine out. I just wanted to double check that. The other problem I did run into is the choke cable. I did notice this when I took the engine out. This wasn't hooked up because it's snapped off. Fortunately for me, I do have a couple of these up on the parts shelf in the back, and the international ones were black, where the Cub Cadet ones were a yellow. So I do have one of these, so I can use that for parts. And I figure I'm gonna go ahead and get that put in here next, just because getting that cable ran through there, now that I got the fuel tank and everything out, I'm glad I noticed that before I put the engine back in, because that would have just been more stuff I had to take out. I do need to clean the fuel tank out. It don't look bad. Generally what I like to do is just take the fuel tank, I put a little bit of diesel fuel in it, try to slosh everything around, and then I dump the, you know, used diesel fuel and stuff into like an oil drain pan, and then I just put it in a jug and give it to my buddy that I give all my used oil to, and he just puts it all in there. So it's coming along. I do need to make a run over to Adam's Small Engine. I need to get a set of front tires for this, and the handle here, the lift handle, there's the rubber piece that slides on there that's missing. Other than that, it's coming along pretty good. Like I said, I'm gonna keep working on this, and then when I'm not gonna show you guys dropping the engine in, but when I get it in, I'll show you progress and we'll see how this thing runs. All right, so I came back here tonight to try to at least get some of this done, hopefully have it finished by tomorrow, but got the engine in place. I was able to do it with the front nose piece on. Having that engine hoist, the cherry picker makes it nice in trying to lift these engines up, because you can just maneuver them and get them to line up in there. So now I just have to, like I said, clean the fuel tank. I got some wires to hook up on this and the cables, and then hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to try to fire this up and see if it runs. All right, so had a little bit of time today. I came back and got this project finished up. So I got the original engine in the red 482, and I put this other engine in this other 482, the non-original, but like I said, this will still run and everything. It's just not as collectible as the red one. So now I'm just gonna put a battery in it, and we're gonna crank it over, see if we can get it to start. All right, so I just got the battery hooked up, and like I said, this is the first attempt to start this, so we'll go ahead and see what happens. Wow, I'm pretty happy. Runs pretty good. I'm impressed. Turned out well. So I'm gonna get the side panels on it and get the rest of the stuff put on here. All right, so I got all the side panels, everything put back together. Pretty happy. Runs good. A few little minor things. Like I said, I gotta get over to Adam's Small Engine and get some front tires and stuff for it, but maybe a seat. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. This is a project I've been wanting to do for a while, is get these engines swapped so I can get rid of this other 482 and have an IH built 482 original. So these 482s and 582 specials are usually looked down upon by people just because they're Briggs engines and they got the peerless rear end in them. But for a collecting standpoint, to find a 482 with the original engine and even a 582 special, they're just not that common anymore. So for a collector's thing, are they really worth a lot? Probably not a whole lot, but it does complete the collection. So I'm going to try to do some more Cub Cadet videos and other tractor videos as well. So if you guys want to keep seeing some more content, be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.